So, Sydney Sweeney, ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, you can't even make this stuff up. For those of you who don't know, American Eagle recently put out an ad with actress Sydney Sweeney, an ad for jeans, with the phrase, "Sydney Sweeney has great jeans." A simple, cute ad with a play on words, which is being labeled as racist, problematic, disturbing, and even claims that it's promoting genetic superiority. Where am I, folks? How did we even get here? And the model for it, Sydney Sweeney, who didn't even come up with the slogan, is being blacklisted for it. Like, are you seriously kidding me? Number one, it's just an ad for jeans. You know, the pants. With a cute little play on words. Why can't it just be left at that? It never said she has superior genes to anyone else. It literally just used the word great. You're reading too much into it. It does not even imply that her genes are superior to anyone else's. It's as simple as, that girl's very pretty. I guess she has good genes.
I guess I have good genes.
And frankly, all of this nonsense is coming from one community, and they need to be called out on it. I'm looking at you today, black community. And frankly, guys, this is not a good look for you. Like, way to make something that is not about you at all about you. I wish we weren't here, but here we are. Here. In this ad, saying this white woman has good genes does not inherently suggest that black people can't have good genes too. Though I must say, this woman I'm about to show you protesting the ad said something to the effect of, "Remember, we are the blueprint." Honey, if you in particular are the blueprint, I think we need a better architect. Anyway, let's dissect this, and let me use some of this group's own logic on them. Take the term Black Lives Matter. You always say Black Lives Matter, and when some people tried to suggest saying All Lives Matter instead, in order to not suggest that your saying means only Black Lives Matter, you insisted no, that Black Lives Matter did not inherently mean or imply that white lives don't, but it's simply stating, matter-of-factly, that Black Lives Matter. Well, honeys, I'm afraid you can't have it both ways. If you're saying American Eagle stating that this beautiful woman, who happens to be white, has good genes, means that they're saying black people don't, then you're also stating that when you say Black Lives Matter, you are indeed saying white lives don't matter. This is your own logic, and I'm just calling you out for it. But I digress, and y'all are hypocrites. If this exact ad was used with, say, Naomi Campbell in the ad, if white people were saying, "You're saying white people don't have good genes by saying she has good genes," you would have said we were crazy and racist because y'all make everything about race. But when the shoe's on the other foot, you gaslight us and just write us off as racist. On that note, Sydney was asked to comment on this situation and basically just said no, and something to the effect of, "If I have something to say, you'll hear it." Roll the clip.
White people shouldn't joke about genetic superiority. Like, that was kind of like the criticism, broadly speaking. And since you are talking about this, I just wanted to give you an opportunity to talk about that specifically.
I think that when I have an issue that I want to speak about, people will hear.
See, a respectful decline to comment, because she knows the entire thing is just absurd, to which people replied, "It's no longer up for debate. Sydney Sweeney is a white supremacist." Wow, reaching much? Like, just because someone isn't going to bow to you over your false accusations of racism does not make them a racist. It brings to mind a meme I love. Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And the plot doth thicken. Someone who I've never heard of, and I'm sure you haven't either, named Angel Reese, who claims to have 3 billion fans worldwide, is threatening to quit modeling for American Eagle over not getting the campaign over Sydney. Like, girl, you have a mustache. And the weirdest hair part I have ever seen. And you think you're going to get a campaign that talks about having good genes? Like, I never gay talk, but girl. Then, another person I've never heard of, with the delusion that they're a household name, who goes by Dawn Staley, I don't know or care if I'm saying that right, comes to Angel's defense saying, they chose her over Angel? A white girl with zero ties to this legacy? Jeans aren't just cloth, they're ours. Jeans were invented for us, by us. They're a black legacy. Girl, why don't you just go back to living under a bridge and not letting the billy goats cross? Another case of revisionist history with no basis in reality. Yet another case of black people trying to claim credit for something they have no business claiming ownership of. Like Stonewall riots and designing the dime come to mind. But that's a story for another day. Yet it fits the narrative that everyone wants to hear, that black people are being wronged by white people, and everybody's buying it. In the real world, jeans were invented by Jacob Davis, a Russian, and Levi Strauss, a German man, aka both white, in 1873. Levi Strauss was a businessman who sold fabric and tools in San Francisco. Jacob Davis, a tailor, bought fabric from Strauss and came up with the idea of using metal rivets to reinforce the stress points on pants, like the pockets and fly, so they'd last longer. Davis didn't have any money to file a patent on his own, so he asked Strauss to partner with him. Together, they received U.S. patent number 139121 on May 20th, 1873, officially marking the birth of blue jeans. So the idea that jeans were invented by black people is nothing more than a delusional, bald-faced lie. If you're trying to claim credit for it because perhaps black people sewed them in the factories for Levi Strauss and Company, let me tell you, I used to work at Staples Copy and Print. I made tons of photocopies for people. Does that mean I invented the copy machine? I think not. Oh, and one more thing. This spiraled so far out of control that you've got Ruby Rose saying, Sydney Sweeney hates gay people, completely baseless claim, and even a viral post broke out of people saying, Mondani's wife is prettier than Sydney Sweeney. First of all, it's hilarious that you don't even address this woman by her name, but rather just as Mondani's wife. And second of all, that's all I'm gonna say. And I'll end on that note. Oh, but also I will say, go see Sydney Sweeney's new movie, Christie. I'm going to see it tonight. It's a meaningful story of gay history and an important tale to be heard. And while it's not doing well at the box office because of this ridiculous jeans scandal, it and Sydney's performance are finding critical acclaim. I smell Oscars! Anyway, black people, become better, not bitter. Until next time, folks, TTFN. So much love, guys. Please click the subscribe button and click the little bell to be notified when I post more videos. I've got many more to come. Also, please find me on social media at GayModerate on TikTok, Insta, X, and Facebook. I post on there a whole lot more than I post on here, so check it out.